You and
we're about to start anyways, so
good thing I didn't say what I was going to say.
Yeah, you are lucky you didn't say what you were going to say because we are started now. So this is going to be really quick, but we felt that with the way that this Packer game just ended, we had to come and give some quick thoughts because that just insanity. Absolute insanity.
Wow. So can I just go real quick? So the first thing that I thought
it's all going to be off the cuff
is what a difference a week makes, right? Last week, we get killed in the fourth quarter. We absolutely blow that game. Signs of a young team. Jordan Love looks rattled in the fourth quarter. He comes back. We're horrible for 3 quarters. Complete 180 of last week, by the way. He has the poise in the fourth quarter. Players are dropping passes. We're committing penalties. Players are not in the right spot. Everything's just happening, just negative against us. And Love has the poise to stand in there. That run, by the way, when he tiptoed along the sideline, that was kind of the moment where I was just like, oh, okay, we're winning this motherfucker,
That's something going on.
Yeah. But just having the poise, the complete flip, like complete 180 of what happened in Atlanta was just insane. The Vikings are 0-3. What a day to be a Packers fan. Now we look forward to Thursday night.
James, good game. And sincerely, before we start talking about the Packers, I hope Derek Carr is okay and hope he doesn't miss any time. That's genuine. Would never want anybody to get injured. James, you've watched our show for a long time, so you know that we're consistent with that.
Thanks, Doug.
So, Simon, what are your first thoughts?
Like I was telling you before we started, like even if they made that field goal, I felt pretty good about us going down and being able to kick our own field goal, win that game either way. But this just goes to show, like, I mean, that game was within reach like the whole time. It felt like, like the whole game, I was just like, I mean, it could still come back. It never felt out of hand, even though we're missing 5 of our best players on the team. Like, I don't know how you don't walk out of this feeling good about where this team is headed.
I don't know either.
This Thursday, I guess. I'm assuming like 4 of those guys are going to come back. Probably, maybe not Elton, but I feel good about like Bakhtiari, Jones, Watson, and Alexander coming back, and I think it'll be a good game versus Detroit at home.
Yeah, I'm looking for, I believe it was Rob Demovsky that had it tweeted. The last time the Packers overcame a 17-point deficit was the season opener in 2018 against the Bears when they were down 20.
Weren't they down 17-0 at halftime in that game too? I'm pretty sure.
They were down 17-0. Yep.
God, that's insane. But like, I don't know. God, the Packers game, the Packers fans before this game were just off the rails. And it feels so good.
Oh, it does. That was one of the reasons I wanted to come and do the live too, because
go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
All right. So for 3 quarters, absolutely nothing but complaining. I will say I saw 1 or 2 people saying like, hey, we're without a bunch of our best players. And my thing that I kept coming back to, because I already saw people going, Love's not the guy, we should give Clifford some playing time. Like, I'm literally in shut the fuck up mode with people like that, because it is week 3. It's week 3. And people are already throwing the towel in on the season. I literally saw somebody say, throw in the towel. Like, I get that the first half and most of the third quarter was frustrating. None of us were happy. I promise you that. But what did I say to you, Jake? What did I say in the chat? When it was 17-0, I'm like, okay, I'm treating this game as a 0-0. Let's go execute. They started executing on both sides of the ball. And I'm tired of it, because I spent all of last week calling people lazy for doing the fire Joe Barry thing, because it's a scapegoat mentality and the one person isn't going to fix things. The defense made adjustments in the second half.
They did. 100%
they shut them out in the second half. A missed field goal helps, and I get that you go from Derek Carr to Jameis Winston, which isn't, the biggest starter to backup gap as there is, say, from Aaron Rodgers to Zach Wilson.
Right. I mean, Jameis Winston has a ton of playing time, so it's not like you're getting some guy who has barely got any snaps, right? So that's a great point to bring up.
Bill said, well done, gents. I love how they worked outside of the field and then came back inside. Jordan Love and Luke Musgrave need to get on the same page. I agree with that. Jordan missed some throws today, and he had too much zip on a few, but all in all, he's really composed, and I like that. He throws like 4, and he's composed like 12. He's only going to get better. I 1,000% agree with that, Bill.
Bro, Tyler, what did we say? We said we want Love to be a combination of
We
the
did
two,
say
bro.
that, yes.
We said that a
We
few
want him
months
to
ago.
have the a little bit of the mix of the protect the ball from Aaron Rodgers and a little bit of the gunslinger mentality from Brett Favre. Love it. Pun intended.
I love that they went to this, by the way.
Yeah, I
in the
know,
end zone.
right?
How awesome was that? Oh my
Um,
gosh. I'm going nuts right now. I can't
You
even
said
think.
the defense was fine throughout my opinion. When you think about it, the defense only allowed 10 points
They did, really.
because the other one came on special teams. So the defense only allowed 10 points in this game. And let me tell you, I have it in my notes, and I'm obviously going to rewatch the game, but I have it in my notes that there were several like 3rd and 4th and short situations where they were playing complete press coverage across the board. The 4th and 4 that the Saints were lining up and they were just trying to draw the Packers off sides, but they had a formation set up. The Packer, it was 4th and 4, and literally everybody was inside the sticks. And then
Love
the
it.
3rd and 4 later in the game, they were press coverage except for the outside receiver who was about 7 yards off playing for outside leverage.
Mm-hmm.
Michael said
the Broncos gave up 70, bro.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
Broncos gave up
insane.
70. That's nuts. When I saw that, I almost choked on my drink. I was like, oh my God.
Michael, we aren't the Vikings either. Oh, that might be Michelle. My bad.
Yep.
My bad. I saw the spelling. Okay, my bad.
I assume Michael too.
Yep, I did. So we aren't the Vikings either because the Vikings are now 0-3. The Colts without Anthony Richardson are taking the Ravens to overtime.
Yeah.
And I just saw a tweet about the Chiefs and Bears. Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
God, Jacksonville got spanked too. Holy crap.
Dude,
Yeah.
what is wrong with them? They're horrible.
Oh yeah, they're
They
bad.
had a
dude.
lot of hype coming
she
in.
said
Stroud had a
Michael
really
pick.
good game.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't feel as bad now.
Okay. So, all right. So, let's say middle of 3rd quarter. We got a Vikings fan in here. That's okay.
What do you say?
We don't have to really.
Hey, on that note, I really hope that Justin Jefferson's not hurt, man. I would hate for him to get
They said it
screwed
was
out of a
just
big
cramps,
payday.
so I do think he's
Okay.
okay.
I don't want him to get screwed out of a big payday, man. I'm always on the player side with paydays.
Oh yeah.
She said Dad had jokes, being the only girl.
Oh,
That's
he's
kind
kind
of
of mean. I'm not gonna lie. Your dad's kind of mean.
Like Dad wanted the starting offensive line. Bob said Packers Lions on Thursdays. We'll tell what this team is made of. Bob today tells what this team is made of. We started the show by mentioning no left side of the starting line. So no Bakhtiari, no Jenkins, no Watson, no Jones. That's 4 of what I would say is probably your 6 best offensive players.
So on that note, I can't think of a play where like the left side of the line just got blown up.
I think there was a couple plays
Or
here and
where
there
it was so egregious that like you
little
could
bit.
tell.
No, it was really Tom that gave up the pressures today, and it was when they
Yeah.
ran that corner blitz.
Yeah.
That was really the only time, I think.
So I didn't hear Royce Newman's name or number once today.
Yeah.
he had a
same.
full start.
Did he have a false start?
Oh yeah, at the
Yes.
very beginning of the game.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
That's
right. Yep, you're right.
I forgot about that.
Runyon, I think only had 1 penalty.
Yeah, the
Was it
holding
one?
call.
You know, the only reason I thought about that is because we were in the mode of dealing with all these whiners, right? And he had
Yeah.
a full start, and I was like, oh, people are gonna cry about that now. So
Here we go. Josh Myers was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rasheed Walker, I think he might have given up 1 or 2 pressures, but overall he was good. I mean, is there anything you can really complain about besides getting down 17-0 and then waiting until the 4th quarter to come back? I mean, like I said, when you factor out the guys we're missing in this game.
okay, so
And-
I want to
Go ahead.
take a second real quick. I'm sorry. I gotta take a second to apologize to Jordan Love. I really underestimated your athletic ability, your running ability. I apologize to that. But
What was your guess?
dude, it was bad. It was like 100-some yards, dude. He has back-to-back weeks with 24-yard runs. Yeah, my notebook's all the way over there, so I don't want to go
Jordan-
but
Jordan Love had 9 carries for 39 yards
You
this
gotta
game
check your receipts. I got it right here.
and a touchdown.
Bro, I had like 158 or 178 or some shit like that.
All right.
Really insane game.
I'm not going that far on Patrick Taylor. He still makes some mental errors, but
Rush
he was all right. He actually was really good on that drive until that 4th down.
You had him for 158.
158. See, I said.
Hyman, you had him for 243.
Damn, tough.
Bro. So
Brian had him for 390. I have him for 450, and my bold prediction was that he goes over 500.
So to compliment my apology, because again I am sorry, LaFleur needs to find a way to get his feet in more play calls because his feet are a weapon on this.
Bro,
offense.
they ran the RPO on the goal line, and he executed it perfectly.
Yeah.
That 2-point conversion was filthy. That was
I missed that play. I walked away because I thought they were gonna kick a field goal.
He started like running around, looked like 6'4" Frank Tarkenton back there, and then he went forward like he was gonna run, to try to get the 2-pointer by himself, like try to run over the whole team for some reason, and then he just stops and drops a dime across his body. I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this? Toure.
Oh man,
Yep, Toure. Yep. Patrick Taylor, I will say, as a runner, I don't know. I wouldn't call him.
Yeah.
Runs 2.0. But one play where we did miss Aaron Jones was the 4th down where Patrick Taylor sat at the sticks.
Yep.
And that's where Aaron Jones is going to keep running that up, which is what Jordan Love anticipated. And I think if he keeps running that up, I think that's a touchdown.
And let me bring another point up real quick. Everybody was bitching about that play about Devondre Campbell last week. They literally ran this. The Packers ran a same formation like that with Patrick Taylor. How far was that linebacker off on a 4th down in the red zone? So you tell me that they're not calling good play calls. Every defensive coordinator is making their linebacker sit back. They're not taught to press people.
Yep.
That's not how it works.
And
if that was Aaron Jones, he's 100% giving up cushion.
And today they stopped the run. So they were able to put an extra DB on the field in those late game situations, which is when they did play press coverage.
Yeah. So many things.
So that's another thing that hasn't really been brought up with the defense is I didn't look at – I'm going to pull up the exact number, but the Packers stopped the run today. And they needed to because they were playing against the 3rd-string running back and a rookie, so they needed to stop the run today because it was just looking at the personnel as far as the Saints and as far as the Packers were concerned, like the Packers needed to stop the run today. But the Saints, 77 rushing yards.
3.5 yards a carry.
Hey, they didn't let Taysom Hill go crazy either, which I thought was a really big key to this game. They were very good against that package.
And you know what's wild? The Packers finished with fewer penalty yards than the Saints because of the 2 big pass interference penalties.
But man, we looked dead in the water in the first half. Even the 3rd quarter for a little bit, we kind of got a little bit cooking, but we looked dead in the water, man. And then all of a sudden, Jordan Love just woke up, and what a stud, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he finished 22 of 44, so he finished exactly 50%. And what I will say is Jayden Reed owes Jordan Love some drinks tonight, maybe dinner.
He did have the one big-time catch, but he had a lot of drops.
He had a drop at the goal line, and he had a drop on the second last drive. Steve said Wicks is starting to be a weapon with his ability to draw defensive pass interference.
He's a big receiver.
We can just leave that off and just say Wicks is starting to be a weapon.
Yeah, he really is looking pretty good. I won't lie.
By the way, that back shoulder to Romeo Doubs was
nasty, and the one before it too that he threw to Reed. The one to Reed too, and Andy Herman just tweeted this out. He said he didn't get to say it at the time, but Jayden Reed was having a tough game, so it was awesome for him coming with that huge catch in the clutch.
Yeah,
and that's a thing too where trusting your personnel is huge. So having that trust in each other, like this is
okay. Come here.
Like the Packers are 2-1, so there's still another 14 games to go. But the fact is that today could be one of those things where it turns into a signature win where they get to go forward, having this as a huge confidence builder for them and really just like a camaraderie building game, which is awesome. Bob said, haven't followed much of the Lions. Do you consider them a threat against Green Bay in the division with how they started? Yes, I believe we all predicted the Lions to win the division, actually. The Lions, as far as the NFC North is concerned, the Lions have the best roster on paper. They have lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson for a while. I think is he out for the season or is he?
He tore his pec, I think.
Okay,
I heard
so
he can come
probably
back late in the season.
So
Okay.
maybe.
He's out for most of the season.
Yeah.
But the Lions still have a great offensive line. Their offense is pretty
Laporta
much
looks
healthy
really
for the
good,
most
too.
part, outside of David Montgomery and
Mhm.
Jameson Williams being suspended. But other than that, the Lions are a good team. So Thursday is going to be another test. So they won't get to bask in the glory of the comeback for very long. But just awesome, and really a testament to the game is not over until it's over. Bryant said Luke Musgrave is looking good as a rookie. Steve said always love where games win you with the subs. Experience is huge. And that's the thing. The pressure was on the Saints to win this game, not the Packers. And I'm
I
not
thought
saying the
McDuffie
Packers
had a
could have
good
used
game
the
today,
injuries
too.
as an excuse, but when you look at it as the Saints' perspective, where you're playing the Packers without 5 of their best players, and then they came and still beat you after you had a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, they took that shit from you, dude.
That looks,
You had the game 17-0.
bad for the
We
Saints.
took that, bro.
And the Saints didn't have any turnovers, so it's not like they gave it away either.
Yeah, no, we
And they scored
we
a special
literally
teams
just took
touchdown.
that.
And they scored a special teams touchdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, I 100% agree with you. The Packers took this game. I don't know. I mean, just a wild comeback, and just hitting the biggest plays at the times when you needed them the most. And then the missed field goal at the end, just kind of a cherry on top. But like Simon said before, when we kind of started the show off, he felt confident that the Packers having the ball with, it would have been like a minute 5, minute 3.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming there's a touchback. But I mean, you're looking at 3 timeouts yet. The Packers didn't use any timeouts.
No, we would have had 2.
Offensive possessions.
We would have had 2 timeouts with the ball because we called timeout for the field goal.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. Yep. 2 timeouts and a minute save.
Yeah.
So
That's
in a better
still-
position than they were in last week.
Still plenty of time with the out routes that we were running, and we were throwing everything outside the number anyway. So you're probably getting out of bounds when you catch the ball. So
Right.
And oh my God, Musgrave was feasting in the middle of the field. So it's not like the Saints were just going to leave that alone. They weren't just going to let him destroy Davis
exactly
down
where
the
I was
field.
going with that. Is that the Packers have a weapon in the middle of the field with Luke Musgrave?
Bro, he was burning down the middle of the field. The one that loved me, I was like, oh my God.
Once
like,
him and Love
imagine
really get on the same page, it's gonna be really entertaining.
Well,
Bob,
you'll hear about that on Tuesday.
I was gonna say, yeah, matchups for Thursday we'll talk about on Tuesday. Today we just wanted to hop in and just give some quick reactions after the game. So we'll be live on Tuesday recapping this game in full and previewing the matchup with the Lions. So that'll be Tuesday evening, 8:00. Simon's giving love as we're gonna hop out. But thank everybody for tuning in with us for 18 minutes. Steve said he can't wait to see his team at full strength. Hopefully that happens on Thursday. We'll get some news, and obviously we'll share whatever we can on Tuesday night. But thank you for everybody who hopped in and spent a little bit of time with us. We will be back soon. So in the meantime, go Pack, go. What a win. Let's enjoy it for the rest of the night.